Beaten in October. We're having a glitchy start to the
We're
show.
back, baby.
We are
Glitchy
back.
goodness.
Glitching all over the place. All right, hello and welcome to the Matchday Vlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here this evening to talk about the upcoming fixture down in the Lions' Den against Millwall. We are Millwall, super Millwall. No one likes us, all that kind of stuff. Now we'll be talking about that upcoming fixture. Managerless Millwall, but we shall see how long that lasts. Maybe an announcement later on in the show. We're not going to make that call. Someone else will. We'll also be having a look back to Saints' unbeaten October, most recently beating Wayne Rooney's The Blues, or as Jack likes to call them, Shrek's Blues. And also we'll be looking to what could be a possible selection correction in regards to switching out Ryan Manning for James Bree, and also what we're going to do when Jack Stevens comes back fit. Could be an interesting one. This show is proudly sponsored by the guys over at Matchday Vlogs. Go and check out and get yourself some exceptional threads available now. Will also be so it's very buggy. I'm glitching all over the place. It's very difficult. We'll be doing a team sheet selection using the FanHub app. And the good people at FanHub have given me a little golden ticket code up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing the predicted 11 using the FanHub app. And you can also do yours as well. And if for some reason you don't have the FanHub app on your device at the moment, download it. It's completely free. And there's a skip the queue golden ticket code in the top corner there for you to use, but we'll get onto that in the predicted 11 section. Jack, how are you? You keeping well?
Yeah, mate, it's nice to meet you. Good to know you're all right. Good to know you're about. It does feel like we've fallen out for the past 3 weeks, doesn't it? It's just we've not been up here, not been out about.
Nothing's happened.
I've just been missing you, man. We've both been missing the game, missing the
I
love.
know, right? I kind of felt pretty bad because it was just like we had the international break, and then the situation was, oh, I'm going on holiday, and then it went just kind of crazy. So, sorry, we are back, back to full strength. We're supposed to be going this weekend. It's not going to happen, I'm afraid. But we will be back for the vlog stuff for West Brom at home. So yeah, that's coming up. That is coming up. Let us know if you're going to the game on Saturday, and also let us know your thoughts in the comment section about recent results. Are you feeling positive? Have we turned a corner? Is this where things start to change? Maybe. Who knows? Jack, you put up a graphic in the Instagram story that caught my attention.
Yeah.
It caught my attention mainly due to the points tallies after 14 games compared to last season in the Championship. And it just kind of highlights how mad of a season Ipswich and Leicester are having.
Yeah. But that won't last. Let's all be fair. Everyone's saying run away. Yeah, I don't know what. I think Leicester probably will run away with the league itself.
Yeah.
Do you really, when we get into those games after Christmas and the squads are a little bit tired and everything like that, do you still think, Ipswich are going to keep it up? Given, they've got Leeds surrounding them, they've got us surrounding them. Like, it's weird to be like in a position where I'm like talking about top of the table and be like, Saints are dangerous, but we are.
Yeah.
Is it unbeaten August, unbeaten October?
It was a very impressive October, and I think
great September, but I feel like surely the tide has to be shifting now.
September the 30th was good. I enjoyed that day. That was good. Let's see what we're going on in the chat session here. Lots of people saying hello.
All right.
It's good to be back. How are we doing, Toby? Good to see you in the chat here. Is Ross Stewart fit? Nearly.
Yeah,
Nearly.
couple of games did I hear?
Yeah. Could be included.
He's in. Put it this way: he's in the YouTube videos now, so the socials are on him.
It's like heavy rain going on outside my house, which probably might. I'm going to blame that for my glitchiness. Let's do that. Let's do
Storm
that.
Kieran's coming, mate. Storm Kieran is a coming.
How's that happening?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I thought we were gonna have that early, and then I'd yeah. Teletubby Poe. Is this a guy that got dressed as a Teletubby if we got a clean sheet? Is that what happened? Let
Absolutely. I've seen that. I
are
saw
you
that picture at the game on the weekend, and I was uh, fair play for going through. You said
Yeah,
something, and you stuck through with it. Good job.
yeah, yeah. You guys go to Millwall. We were, and then I messed up, unfortunately. Anyway, let's chat about the game at the weekend.
Let's do
It has
that.
been a great October. There has been moments in October where it's been a little bit ropey. I'm talking about not destroying Rotherham at home. I'm talking about dodgy second half performances, like glimpses of or glitches in our state of play. Jack, you were there on Saturday. Was it as dominant as it looked in the first half?
First half, we were electric. It was insane. I remember messaging you at half time, just being like, "This is the best football I've seen us play." Like the passing, the movement, everything was so. If it was 73% possession, and it felt like it. It felt like every time they
Really?
tried to come up, we would just get the ball back and start passing and start working our way through. And like that Alcaraz goal sort of was just like the epitome of it. It was so. It was 9 players involved in that goal, passing
Yeah.
that. It was beautiful. And there, it just kept feeling that over and over again, and we were just sort of suffocating them. I really thought that first half we were going to end it sort of 4-0 sort of thing,
Yep.
feeling really good. And then the same sort of thing happens where you come out second half, and maybe Russell either G's them up at halftime, was like, "That was good, keep going," and then they just come out slipping because the first 10, 15 minutes of that second half, especially after they got the goal, it felt like pressure was on. But
Yeah.
then same as the first half, we then started taking control of it, passing it through. The movements were good. Like everyone seems to now know their place and where they need to be. So
Hmm.
okay, there might be a misplaced pass, but there tends to be a player where that pass was meant to be going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
just like, why did you do that? Why have we done that? It's like, oh, that was close. Oh, that actually, if that came off, we would have been going.
Yeah, I mean their goal was against the run of play. I had the delight of I'll tell you what happened actually. It was kind of funny. I was in a villa somewhere, and we in the country where we have some friends there, and they came over and they said that, oh, you got one of those boxes, and I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, oh, it's one of those boxes where you can just basically get any sports in the world everywhere, and I was like, what? So they kindly set up the Saints game for me. I was just like, "Are you I can what? What now?" And so I was yeah.
Did it come home with you?
Well, I did wonder. I did wonder. But yeah, my goodness, €10 a month, you get everything you need. I'm not sure if it's legal. But yeah, BN Sports and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I was enjoying the game in the comfort of not my own home, in the comfort of 30 plus degrees heat, sitting in a small pair of shorts and with a beer in my hand. So it felt very, very strange. But it did look dominant from what I saw on the
Usually for
TV.
you, that's a 9-0 loss, is it not?
Yeah, exactly. I had no unicorn to sit on. What I would say is that the Bazunu challenge on their player,
Good stuff.
I I it-
Good
yeah,
stuff.
I mean I
Good
quite like
clean
not having
challenge.
VAR.
Good clean challenge.
I'm trying to remember, wasn't it it was a Newcastle game where is it Nick Pope absolutely clattered Gineppo.
Yeah.
And
Again,
we were just like, that looks
good
like a murder, let
good
alone a
clean
foul.
challenge.
But I think Pope got the ball, but I don't think Baz got anywhere near the ball.
Baz was definitely playing for the ball, went over his head, and then he committed what looked like a murder, but was in fact actually
A
a
fair
very
challenge.
reasonable challenge.
Yeah, that's
Player
what it
lost
was.
control of the ball. Like that ball was going out. It wasn't like he was on it.
Well, that was the thing. I think because they kept cutting back to the studio of like, oh, what's his face? Oh, most controversial ref. Oh, hello,
Mike
Brain.
Dean. Mike
My
Dean.
Dean, thank you. How did I forget that? I was going to say Graham Pole, but that would be going back a while. Mike Dean was referring that would have definitely been a penalty had it been referred to VAR. So I don't know. They seem to think it was the other way. But aside from that, I think that's the first time I've seen us control a game. Is that fair?
Yeah. If we came out of that game 3-0, I think you would really be being like, this is it. Or because we have a little slip in there, you're still thinking, oh, there was that moment in time. But somehow he's building character into these players.
Yeah.
And there's an aggression in Armstrong, both of the Armstrongs actually. They're getting back. Flynn Downs is just absolutely immense. What an insane!
Yeah.
Don't fall in love with a lone player, but dear Lord, him and Taylor Ballas are just they're good players. Oh, they're good players. And it's just just watching everyone play well. And James Bree just going about his business, just doing his job. When he passed, I don't know what his pass completion was like. I think it was pretty high, but he was never out. Like Manning presses quite high and gets caught. Bree was in sensible positions. He was making sensible, smart passes. No one went past him. He didn't really lose the ball. He just had that wing on lock, and it was like perfect. No one's blasting those balls in, and you kind of you take that with kind of Walker Peters on the other side because his attacking threat is so good that you don't you're like, okay, just drop back. But Manning, you're not seeing enough going forward. Well, sorry, he had a few assists, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it's warranting it for the amount of times he's getting beaten going back. So it's Breeze. It's been great.
So he actually looked like he was involved in the game rather than just watching it.
He was a competent fullback, and let's be fair. The games where we have seen him play, which isn't many, they weren't the best games for the entire team. So he's been hard done by.
Well, that's what I mean. Delgo86 put up a comment here. Every player is getting better and better, and I think that's the encouraging thing because last time we saw James Bree would have been against Gillingham.
Yeah.
This is prior to the Preston North End game, of course. But it's encouraging to see him come back so strong because I kind of got the impression from Russell Martin on his after game comments that effectively everyone who played thinks they're a Premier League player, but clearly they're not. I was kind of thinking, does that spell the end for every single one who played tonight? I know there were players playing out of position as well on that night, but even still, you kind of think like, maybe we won't see any of those.
I just think he's doing something that we've not had any manager be able to do in a while, and that is put some character into these players, and that's hard to do, putting character in the players. And I do think players like Ryan Fraser are making the difference. I think Fraser's speaking up, and the fact you got that Scottish connection going through the team right now. The fact you got Ryan Fraser, obviously the manager loves him. Obviously he's bringing good stuff. Stu having a better place in the team.
Yeah,
Stu is Mr. Reliable now in the squad all the time, playing in a position that he likes. You've got Ross Stewart to come through it. It's just it just feels like a good group of players right now. The only one that's not is Shea
Adams.
Yeah.
Get
him in the bin. He can go in January.
he was injured, right? Did I read that right? He was injured.
Apparently so. He was injured, but he wasn't having a great game before that.
No, I was going to say,
and he didn't have a great game the game before that either. And let's be honest, since the transfer window shut, he hasn't had a good game since.
Well, no, he hasn't had a good game, I don't think, since Plymouth.
And do you know what was really telling, mate? I don't know if you saw the Saints, the club's very great Halloween video of who would you like to be in a haunted mansion with. There's some very, very revealing words about Shea.
Oh, really?
Couple of players say I wouldn't have Shea because he'd throw you in front of the ghost. And it's like, yeah, I knew it. You know something wrong.
Yeah, but you do that to me anyway, so that doesn't mean anything.
Only because I know in reality you can run faster than me, so I need a head start.
Exactly. And my saintliness would like disperse the ghost immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
You've got more credit in the bank than I do. So.
Oh, make of that what you will. So yes, let's have a look through some of these comments. I understand Teletubby Pro is Josh, no relation to Blackmore. Imagine if Nathan Jones gets. Oh no! Imagine if Nathan Jones gets appointed Millwall manager and beats us Saturday. This is my worry. I'm going to get onto this later. No, I'll get onto it now because it's not going to make any sense. It does worry me because the sort of teams that tend to beat us are the sort of teams that have that kind of style. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Does that concern you?
there's a way that Millwall are playing in the past few games where they seem to like go a goal down and sort of buck up a little bit.
Yeah.
And when we're the sort of team that goes a goal up and buckles down, it's a sort of a combination that's not great. I know they haven't won. I know they haven't won since was it Routledge got fired. They're
Gary Rowlett.
Gary Rowlett, and then it's really annoying because I know the two names. It's Adam Barrett and Gary Rowlett.
Yeah,
confusing.
It is very confusing. So, Josh, that was an excellent segue onto the next part of the show. Well done. Just going to change the banner there. Nice work. Nice, Josh. He's an admin. He didn't even know it. Yeah, so the Millwall have had quite a few changes. The manager, Gary Rowlett, has been the manager at Millwall for 4 years.
Yeah.
So this is a big change. When you uploaded the Birmingham video, don't know, ask Jack. Something wrong.
Funny story about that.
Funny story. Do you want to say a funny story?
Just real quick, I thought I had the best footage you've ever seen for the second goal. For the first goal. And then I checked it afterwards. It turns out as I got the GoPro out, I swiped it from video to camera and still had a very nice picture of back of someone's head. So instead of the best limbs you've ever seen, it was actually the worst. So
yeah,
that's the best it got.
And you gotta let Wayne know where you were sat that day because you weren't in your usual spot.
No, we were not in. I was left high and dry on my lonesomes. Mike did very kindly offer his tickets to a friend of mine who then a couple of days before the game was like, I can't go. So I was like, oh, that's no good. But my family ran the other side, so I went to go sat in the Kingsland, right next to the Northern.
You did the right thing.
It was the right thing to do. I had to go sit with someone, have a stand up. It was good. I had a samosa. Bring him to the Northern, please. Bring him to the Itchin. Bring him to the Itchin North. I like samosas all over the ground. We're not going to get a chicken tikka pie. Bring me the samosas.
Yeah. Were no chicken potty pies? No?
I didn't see any.
So, yeah.
I'm having a burger right now over on our side. It's slim pickings.
Yeah. Sorry, where were we? Yeah, Gary Rowlett, manager of 4 years, been sacked. Was he sacked? He was sacked for the Watford game, which they just played, and I think that ended 2-2.
No, it wasn't. No, Barrett's been in charge for the last 3 games, has he not?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Adam Barrett's been in charge the last 3 games, and he's got, I think, either 2 draws and a loss, or 2 losses and a draw. Either way, he's not won a game yet. But the Watford game was actually really good. I watched the extended highlights of it, and it was a really good game. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of what the worrying thing is, that they kind of have that little bit of, sellers at Chelsea. Oh, the man in charge right now is doing all right. Fans like him over there, and so yeah, they're kind of in that phase right now. So you're just kind of hoping that our result of the weekend is the kind of maybe the trigger. But right, let's get this manager in now.
Yeah.
Right. There's no decision to be had because they've just been absolutely spanked. So I still think I'm living in Saints world where I expect us to get hammered every week. And then even in the games that you can't really be that confident in because we've had a couple of draws. We had the September that we did, so it is still a little bit of a funny one. But I do kind of think we are there. We're getting there, and this squad that's starting the starting 11. We'll get onto them in a bit, but I think you can just pick your starting 11 now pretty easy.
Yeah.
And that's the best place to be, and that's how we need to go into this game against Millwall because they, especially down there. Some players aren't going to be ready for it. It's not an easy place to go.
No, it's certainly going to be an interesting one. But I think like you're saying, where we're suddenly at it and it's all coming together. It's just when things don't quite go right at the back, then ultimately you need the quality there to back you up, i.e., an amazing keeper to pull off a save or a absolutely storming challenge from a defender. So something that just gives you that backup element that are going to hopefully turn these games where we're not getting clean sheets into games where we do get clean sheets, because I think that's something that's obviously going to be a concern, and it's something that the likes of Ipswich and the likes of Leicester are able to do. I mean, they've had quite a few 1-0 wins, and I think that's something that we need to adopt, where perhaps you might not be the best team throughout the entirety of the 90 minutes, but you haven't conceded. So I think that's something we need to do. Staines FC, anyone notice that Bree plays better on the left and he's a right back? Yeah, we did spot that actually. Yeah.
But he looks more comfortable on the right though. Like he's playing very well at left back. Don't get me wrong, but he does. When you've seen him play on the right and the way he can whip a ball and do stuff, his delivery isn't as good on the left, pretty much. So like usually gets sort of like to the opponent sort of third and can hits those sort of like quick low crosses in. You've not seen him doing that much, but then it does mean he's being more conservative with his passes, which means he's getting better passing stats and making more movement because he has to play a bit more on the ground rather than whipping that ball in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Weirdly, I think I saw James Bree play left back in second match against Newcastle at St James's Park. I think he played left back there as well.
How did that go?
Pretty good there. Well, that's all right. We scored a goal.
A lot more than what you got for the rest of the season.
3-1, I think. Yeah. Right. How are we doing, James? I'm very well, thank you. Got a bit of a tan. See?
Do you?
A little bit. I got those hands that look like they just need to wash them harder. It's got that sort of level of a tan. I'm only saying because James is in the tourist industry, so I'm just flexing that I've got some sun. Enough about me. Daniel Smith saying, who would you like to see in the team against Millwall on Saturday? What an excellent question to lead us on to our team selection.
Got this kind of comment section where they can just guide us through. It's almost like they know the pattern of the show.
Exactly. So Josh brought us on to the Millwall build-up, and Daniel has very kindly brought us on to the Chosen 11 section, of which we'll be using the Chosen 11? Predicted 11. We'll be using our FanHub app. Now, if you don't happen to have the FanHub app for whatever reason on your phone, it is free to download, and you just need to skip the queue code or a golden ticket, which I'm using my mouse cursor, you can't see that. But it's that one next to the logo in the top right of your screen right now, that MAT-XZ6. If you use that code, you'll jump the queue and you'll sign in. It's all completely free. It's a very fun app to use. You can check in when you get to games and check in remotely if you're watching from home. So it's a fun thing to do. But we're going to be using this for our predicted 11. So here we are. This is what it looks like when you go into your FanHub app. Of course, you will be selecting Southampton. So all the fixtures that come up will be in relation to Southampton. So it's purely based around your club. Absolutely fascinating. And you can win loads of stuff for free. So it's good fun. Right, let's go into predicted lineup. So we have 2 days, 17 hours, 3 minutes and 29 seconds to lock this in. So we're in good time here. We're in good time. Let's go in there. And once you've selected your chosen 11 or your predicted 11, you can also share this. And what we're going to get everyone to do, if it's okay with you guys, is share it on your Insta, tag us, and we'll reshare it as well. So we can have a look through everyone's preferred predicted 11. Because it'd be kind of fun to compare. To compare. And Jack's got his already.
Can I just question the time that's on your phone?
I know. I don't know why it does this. Don't worry. I'm not. Where would that put me? 0941. I'm not in the west coast of America right now. I'm here. I don't know. Every time I plug this into my computer, it comes up with a really random clock time. So please excuse that. I'm not being held against my will somewhere else. Right. This is fun because I don't have to type anything. I can hit a button now. So I'm gonna tap the goalie position. Up comes the selection. Who are we going with, Jack?
Pop that big Baz in there. That beautiful Baz.
Only because he can't play up front, we're going to put him in goal. Gavin Bazunu, locked in goal. Our number 31.
Mate, when we had the last minute corner against Birmingham and the entire stadium was screaming at him to go up for it. It was amazing. Honestly,
Really?
it's the loudest I've heard the entire stadium. All these arms just waving for him to go up.
Yeah. Was like, oh, Gavin Bazunu.
You can see him looking at Ruspic going like, go on, let me go up.
Would have loved it. Right. Let's go to the right back position because these ones I already know. It's super easy.
Nice and easy.
Our number 2, Kyle Walker-Peters. I kind of would think that James Bree is going to remain in a left back.
He absolutely should.
It's kind of not really,
because what brings out players in this sort of thing is competition, and it's competition knowing that your place isn't final, so you're going to have to keep improving. You're going to have to show what you're worth.
Yeah.
And we need that in this squad. We can't have these players like, all right, Kyle Walker-Peters is different, but we can't have these players that are going, oh, right, I've got this spot down. It's like, no, there are players in here, so you have to perform every week.
Yeah. And I like that. I like that there's competition for spots. Yeah. And I think we're going to see some problems when Jack Stevens comes back fit. But, for me, all 3 of those defenders are good options. So I'm kind of quite happy about that. Right. Who's going next to James Bree?
It's going to be our boy, Harwood Bellis. You put that back.
This is so satisfying. I can't say how without having to go tap. I'm really enjoying this,
mate. It's more satisfying just to be going like easy picks. Boom, this. Let's just.
I know, right? There. Well, it's that old thing that is just like when you can pick your starting 11, things are probably going quite well. Comment here from Keegs, member of the channel. Thank you so much for the support. Should give Baz the number 1.
Surely McCarthy's as soon as McCarthy's contract's up.
I wonder if does Baz want it? Does the number 31 have any meaning to him?
I don't know. What number does he play for Ireland?
Don't know.
Sure, it's number 1.
It's not like a Phil Foden 39 or what's his number on his back? It's something 40.
I don't know, mate. I don't watch Premier League football.
It's dead to you. Right. Dun, dun, dun.
Pop Yanni B in there. I also love the fact that it's confirmed almost by Russell that Yanni B is the nickname. You hear it all the time in the training videos. It's like I thought that was just a Nathan Jones
J
thing.
To the A to the N to the N to the Y. Yanni B.
Why the hell we're not singing Yanni B, Yanni B, Yanni B?
Get it in there. Get it in there. Right, midfield. Now you can move these around, by the way, so you can make these make a bit more sense to exactly what you're trying to do. If that's what we're trying to do.
Like I said, I've filled in my predicted 11, so I know exactly who I want in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, so, let's go with me then.
So let's go with you. Let's see how far away you are off of what I put. Nice. Correct and Schlag. Been on Duolingo since you've been away, mate. Selecting Schlag. Do you like that?
That's very good. Get Adam Armstrong up front.
Yeah, kind of. He's definitely in my lineup.
Yeah.
Who are you going for?
You can't drop Charlie after Birmingham, can you?
No, you cannot.
You can't put him in there. Akaraz. I love Smallbone, but I don't know. I find him quite similar to Flynn Downs.
Sorry to see you put we've got us all on tenterhooks here.
Yeah.
Not making this easy for yourself. This will surprise you. Aribo was very good against Birmingham.
Was he?
Came on and
I was quite nervous.
took the first couple of minutes where he's not running for it, he's not doing this, but then he got into the game and he was putting in challenges. He was really working that wing. When he got put out on the on the right side, he was doing a job out there.
Yeah. Right. Who did people think I'm going to put there? Who are you reckoning? What's Mike going to go with?
I think you're not looking at your midfield properly. That first of all, I think that's your issue here. I think you need to put Adam Armstrong out on the wing.
Are you going to put Adams in there?
No, I'm gonna put Charlie Alcaraz up there.
What, here?
Yeah. Where you been? That's right. You got it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's right. Because they're all changing, mate. They're all moving around. They're all pivoting all over the place.
They're all making this very confusing for me. Right. Boom.
Correct. So now you can pop Adam Armstrong on the other side.
Where's he gone?
You just put Sulemana where he's playing, but that is where Sulemana should be.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, where's my number 9 gone? That was weird. I don't know why I did that.
Almost the perfect lineup, mate. You've almost got it. You're one player off.
Am I? Aribo, right? No, he's not. There we go.
There it is. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, Will offers a lot. He has really controlled passing. He's started to become a bit more of a presence. And mate, he's got 2 goals in the last 3 games?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's pretty wild.
Boy is scoring. He's doing what he needs, and like you say, he offers a lot. What Finn offers, but that just gives them both precedence to go forward because they're both good for going forward as well. So when Flynn pushes, Will's back there.
Yeah. So it's 194. He's very excited by that. Get Alcaraz up front, small bone down, Stu midfield.
Yeah, mate, that's it. Alcaraz in that position there where he can pull back if he wants to, and Stu can push forward. Go to the wing and Adam Armstrong. There's a good sort of rotation between him and the 2 Armstrongs, even Sulemana as well. Yeah, and just Charlie's a great. Like even that goal, his goal against Birmingham was such a good poacher's goal. Like he's in the right position at the right time. Yeah. Russell has been talking about the amount of times we've had balls whipped across the face of goal and no one being in the position for it.
Yeah,
and Charlie being in that position, and if he was there a couple of times in that game. That's where he needs to be. Or if not, Adam Armstrong up there, but. That for me is a perfect squad.
It is a perfect squad. And then you'll see in the top corner there is a little share icon which is currently jumping up and down. Which once you guys at home have selected yours, hit that. I'm not sure. I must save it. Am I locking this in?
Is that what you think though? Is that what you think?
Yeah. I think the only difference is maybe having Stu behind Smallbone. I don't know.
I would kind of have it so it's Will and Downs sort of sat behind Armstrong, and Armstrong sort of sat in the middle, so it's kind of like a triangle. So Stu sat behind Alcaraz, and then the other 2 behind him. That's it.
Like this.
Yeah. Bueno.
Yeah.
Because look, it also makes the Saints badge.
It does. It's some kind of weird Christmas tree sort of shape sort of thing.
It's perfect.
Yes. All right, I'm going to lock that in. Ready? I'm going to press the save button, everyone. It's going to happen. Boom. There we go.
And I can tell you, if you go on my page, you will see the exact same team and the exact same formation punched in.
I can hit. You must save your life. I have saved it. Yes. There we go. And then you can share that icon there. And hit share. And you can download that image.
Don't hit share. She's very old.
Download that image. Stick it on your Instagram. Tag Matchday Vlogs on Instagram. And we will share those to see what exactly everyone else is going with. But like I said before, the Fan app is completely free. And there's a code in that top corner there for you guys to use to skip the queue and just download it straight away for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nada. No money. It's free.
Which is
Check
great
it out.
because I hate spending money.
Everyone hates spending money, and yeah, it's tough right now. Right, there we go.
Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it.
That
Do
was
you see how
enjoyable.
easily we put James Bree in there?
I know, right? It's November
Convincing.
2023, and we're going, yeah, James Bree, in left back.
James Bree at left back.
Duh.
by the end of the season, Nathan Jones will be visiting St Mary's. It's all happening.
Yeah, that would be a mad one if he is appointed.
But here's the thing: how much would you love to see his post-match interview if we slaughtered them? Nothing against Millwall. This is more a Nathan Jones thing. But if he came to St Mary's and we absolutely tore them apart like that, just
to
vindicate us. Imagine if it's later on this. I don't know where it lies in the end, but imagine if it's sort of near the end and it's almost like we've got promotion. It's like, damn that, Jones. This is your fault.
I think Nathan Jones could absolutely destroy a Ruben Sellers Southampton. But I feel a bit more confident with a Russell Martin Southampton.
I don't think you could have named a more competent 0-0 draw than a Nathan Jones Southampton versus Ruben. Neither of those teams would win. It would be the most dying 0-0 you've ever seen.
Yeah, I think you're right. Right, let's get on to our score predictions for Southampton's trip away to Millwall. Trip to London, a 3:00 kickoff. How normal is that? How normal?
Basement.
Ironically, if it was a 12 o'clock kickoff, we could have made it, but never mind. 3:00 kickoff. Right, this is the point of the show where everyone's sticking your score predictions in the chat section, and Jack and I will be going through all of those right after we've given ours. It's been so long since we've done a preview show. I can't remember whose turn it is to go first.
Well, as I'm a gentleman, I'll allow it to you.
Oh, okay.
And because you're a scally and you accept it.
Yeah, oh, indeed. Right. Millwall scoring goals. They're conceding goals against what I would describe lesser sides than us. And I don't think that's arrogant to say. I think it's one of those fixtures where you're kind of thinking you should be winning. So, surprisingly, I'm going to pick a Southampton win. I know that will probably shock everyone. We've never ever done that. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 Southampton win.
Classy.
Yep.
Classy. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win, and I think Adam Armstrong's going to get a goal. And do you know what? I think we're going to see another Harwood Bellis header.
Yeah, down with the Bellis.
Yeah, who's looking like he's absolutely loving life on the South Coast.
It's just the way he grabs at that badge. He blooming loves it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going 2-0. 2-0 Southampton.
Respectable.
Over to you, Jack. What are we going with?
I'm going to go for... Do you know what? I'm going to go... It seems to be our score this season. I'm going to go 3-1.
Oh, okay.
That seems to be a good score for us right now, where it's probably should be a 2-0, but they're going to score one, so 3-1. It's the 3-1's the 2-0 of a bad defense.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see us get more goals, and I think that's great to do.
Well, I think surely if we win by 2, we're positive goal difference.
It seems mad that a team.
Imagine that.
We're fourth in the table. Fourth in the table.
Yeah.
And we got a negative goal difference.
Well, that tells you, mate, we're moving in the right direction. The fact that we're going to get into the positive tells you we're in the right direction. And I just think, It's coming together now. I just love this team right now. After that Birmingham game, that first half made me just go, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we're in this now. And then the goal at the end, like, it was great. I don't know what I honestly think it was. I honestly think it was just Marion Parhas being there. And I was just like, yeah, I bloody love this club.
Yeah. Did indeed. Right, let's go through these from the top there, as we've already stated. I'm going for a 2-0 Southampton win. Jack is going for a 3-1. As he says, the 2-0 win of a bad defence. Right, let's go through these. Who's coming in first? It's Sengatili's going for a 2-1 to Saints. Fantastic stuff. Chloe is going for a 3-0 Southampton. Bassini all three. I'm weird now. I think she's been serious about that. That's mad. Alpha's going for a 1-1. Try and catch me up with the names there. I see what you're doing. DC Joe is going for a 2-1. I think DC Joe is joining us all the way from Washington, DC, which is pretty awesome, really. So thanks so much for joining us. It's fantastic. Teletubby Pro, aka Josh Blackmore, is going at 2-1. Saints. Toby Rogers is going to go for, wow, this would be quite something, a 5-0 win. 5-0 win on potentially his first away day. So that would be quite something. Toby, absolutely enjoy it. I'm sure you'll absolutely have a fantastic time. And I really sincerely hope it's a 5-0 win, because that would be epic. And you'd have to go for every away for the rest of the season. Philip is going for a easy 2-0. Saint 194 is going for a 2-1 Saints win. Has Sunamana got a goal yet? He'll get one. I don't think he has. He hasn't got a goal yet.
This season, no. No.
This season, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Delga 86 going for another 3-win. Scorers 7 goals last week from 7 different players. So who knows? That's a good point, actually. It's also an encouraging point to see that we've got so many goal scorers in the lineup. So fantastic. Member of the channel, Mark Richards is going for a 2-1. Stu and Will Smallbone for that. Let me see. Urban Wilkstrom is going for a 3-0 Saints. Dowles and 2 Adam Armstrong goals. Ryan, who's also going to the game. Also, if anyone's missed any vlogs from us that we haven't done, go and check out Ryan's vlogs. So
yeah,
they're there. There's always people vlogging the game, though. It's fantastic to see. So absolutely love it. It's about time we put out a statement out and get a clean sheet with this new coach coming in. I'm going for a 4-0 win. Fantastic.
That's another thing we forgot to mention is that Colin is it Calderwood? Spurs centre back. Came as a first team coach, defensive coach. So that should be good. I did read in the article that they wanted him at Swansea, but he didn't. Said no. But this seems like a better offer. So anything to shore up that defence, yes, please, we'll take it. Yeah. Another Scottish international, by the way.
Yeah. Let me see. Staines FC. Someone. Okay, so went crazy. I think this is when we need to get the good, hopefully 3-0. Mill very slippery at home. Lost 3, drawn 2, 1-2. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mix there. So my chat section is going mad here. It keeps disappearing and appearing. So I'm hoping I'm getting all of these. Keith is going for a 3-1. Sula Armour and Mara. Mara to get a goal.
Love that.
Wayne is going for a 4-1. It's happening with a little wink there. Love that. Have we spoken about new coach? Not yet. We'll get onto that. There we go. Sengatili's doing his scorers there. Mara and Lordy. Sunamana, about time he does. I haven't seen a match day vlog from you guys recently. Have I missed one? There was one from a Europa League game last week. Aris Limassol versus Real Betis. It's the best I could do. It's the best I could do. It was a fun stadium to go to. Only had non-alcoholic beer, which was annoying. James Wade is going for a 4-1 Saints. Suleiman Downs and Adam Armstrong for 2. I'd absolutely love that. Yeah. Where's the vlog spoon? Mike's been on hold. Thank you.
Yeah, that's usually the answer. If you ever see the channel slide down a bit, I don't know. Look on some sunny island near Greece.
Exactly. That was floating around on simple. Right. Let me see. Daniel Smith is going for a 2-1 to Saints. Let's see. My son Finn reckons 4-1. Very confident, age 10. Never change. Never change. That's fantastic. Oh, look at this. Joe's become a member. Thank you so much for the support, Joe. Really do appreciate it. It helps us keep the lights on this channel. So thank you so much for the support.
You must come out to DC sometime to just.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've done the West Coast of America quite a few times with Delivery podcast thing. That was fun.
But we want to go to DC because me and Mike are massive DC hardcore fans. You're a big Fugazi fan, right, Mike?
That's right.
Discord records. Mike loves it. Minor Threat.
Indeed.
Bad Brains. Mike loves that stuff.
Thanks again, Joe. Details to how to become a member in the section below, so go check that out. Let me see. Daniel Smith saying it would be nice to get a clean sheet in an away match. To all those travelling there Saturday, stay safe and up the Saints. Yeah,
absolutely
wise words. Luke F going for a 2-1 Saints. Adam Armstrong on Smallbone, and Dean C is going for a 2-1 Saints win as well. Absolutely love it. Fantastic stuff. There we go. There concludes our score predictions for that game. Should we talk a bit about the new? I'm just looking for a banner that's more relevant than what I've got here. Let me just change this one. It's Colin Calderwood, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. You got it. Yeah, so former Spurs centre back. I think Swindon as well. Just what you want in a classic Scottish centre half,
right?
Just add, and that's the kind of thing that we want because it's that Scottish connection that Russell Myers keeps bringing in. Obviously, there's obviously a way that he's getting this energy and this atmosphere in the room.
Yeah,
and it's been getting the Scots in, so we'll take it.
Exactly,
we'll take it.
The Scottish connection. Sorry for the delay there. I was just checking on how to spell Calderwood.
Yeah.
Didn't want to get it wrong because this is recorded, and I didn't want to look silly and not being able to spell. The Scottish Association football manager, Colin Calderwood, is a Scottish professional manager, former player, first team coach at Southampton. That's on Wikipedia, so that's true. Fantastic. No, I think it's encouraging though, isn't it, to see that we're still adding and potentially tweaking in areas where we need to get better.
The work's
set
not
piece
done.
Coach. No, the work's not done, and I think it will be constantly changing as well. And because I think where we're progressing and getting better and better. Have we stopped conceding from set pieces? Has that set piece coach done what he's meant to be doing?
I think it's definitely been better. I think a lot of our goals conceded are those ones that those long range shots, which listen, I think Baz has been getting better and better. But those long range shots that we're conceding, like they do. You know what I mean? When a team hits a shot from 30 yards out, most of the time, don't you think this is going to go in?
Yeah.
Just get a clean shot. So that's for me where the goals are coming from. But I think, for the most part, I do think we've been a lot better from set pieces, especially given that we're in the Championship and there's a lot more direct, like long throws in, direct, just back boot the ball in sort of free kick. So I think we're doing very well not to give away free kicks in bad positions as well, though. I think we've been really good at that.
Yeah, it just seems to be a bit more sensible.
Listen, nobody recommend Philip any of those links for that game on the Saturday. Yeah, no, we don't want them. not around here.
I need to go back to that Villa in Cyprus and use that box. I'll be able to watch it there. Do you know what was wrong about that though? It's the fact that after the Saints game, I watched Bournemouth versus Burnley. Don't know why. Of all the games I could have watched.
Was that 2-2 that game?
It was 2-1 Bournemouth
That's
in the
it.
end.
That's it. That's it. I remember in the Burnley sort of scramble on the line. It was a fun game.
Yeah. Well, that VAR thing that went on for forever. Oh
5
my
minutes was
goodness.
it? 5 minutes.
It was so bad. I mean, they must have had something wrong with the lines, and because there was one line where they showed it and he looked like he was onside, and I think it's because they could only put one line on it, and it was the right best complete mess, really. Rather
It's stupid.
embarrassing.
It's rubbish, but it's not VAR. It's the people running it.
I think that time it was VAR because the machine wasn't working.
But mate, just look how bad the refs. I mean, let's be fair. Birmingham should have had a penalty, and
oh, now you're saying that.
And now Harwood Bellis, and Harwood Bellis was probably a smidge offside.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me, no, they weren't. It was a clean challenge.
Yeah, no, indeed. But no, we are, just to conclude on the Colin Caldwell thing. Very happy with that appointment, and we're very pleased to see that we're still wanting to add where we need to, which is very, very good. With the likes. So, but yeah, no, just chatting on the on that Bournemouth. The Premier League is a bit odd now, isn't it? Because it kind of feels like you are going to have to be seriously bad to get relegated from the Premier League this season. So I kind of feel that actually Bournemouth are going to have the worst season they've ever had, and they're still going to survive.
Do you know what I think? Yeah, I think they might just swing away, but I also just think I don't know. Still, something there for Bournemouth that I think isn't going to click. I don't trust that manager enough to see him through. But also at the very same time, I don't care. Is that fair? Literally, like I've watched like a lot of games over the weekend, but that's because I could watch a lot of the games over the weekend. In reality, I've not watched really any Premier League stuff this season.
No. I mean, I think the interesting side of the Premier League will be who gets Champions League, and the European spots. But I think aside from that, I don't think you're going to have an exciting any one of three can go down situation like it was last season. I mean, we went out with a whimper. It was pathetic. But those two places above us, they changed quite a few times right until the end of the final day. So I don't think you're going to get that. I think they're going to have one side, Sheffield United, who are going to probably be gone by maybe January, which is kind of a bit sad to see, really, because you almost want it to be a little bit competitive. But they've lost 8-0, but they've not been terrible. I thought they were a bit unlucky against Man United. So, but it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Just to round off, Jack, question for you.
Talk to me.
I kind of feel like, as a fan base, we have this expectation now to win every single game, and I kind of feel that the management of Southampton feel that's unbelievably unrealistic. And it's also alluding to the graphic that you put up earlier on the Instagram story, because for anyone that hasn't seen it, it basically shows top of the table Burnley after 14 games with 25 points.
I think it's 24 with the same that we have right now.
Right. So we have effectively the same points that Burnley had after 14 games, but we're in fourth and they're in first. So it's kind of highlighting how much of a crazy start to the season Leicester are certainly having. I don't see them slowing down at all. And Ipswich, who have just managed to keep the momentum after being promoted from League One. So, but I kind of, but is it kind of like a bit of a dangerous situation that's going to create this kind of atmosphere that we're not happy unless every single game's a green W? I mean, do you see that being an issue?
Do you think Spurs are going to win the Premier League?
No. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's a good one, that. Yeah. I see what you mean.
That's football, mate.
Yeah,
Like I look at those teams and I'm like, yeah, amazing. Well, we've played 14 games of 46,
yeah,
so let's all calm down a little bit. I actually think we're in a really good position because we're a team that's getting stronger and they're
yeah,
building up. And I feel like when we get to January, we're not going to be in a place where like, oh my god, it's all going wrong. We need to strike. We need this right now. We need this right now. We'll be in a position going right. How do we get this team over the line? How do we really strengthen things?
yeah.
And we're going to be a team that when we get to the second half of the season, I think that's when we'll be flying.
Yeah, yeah,
And look at Russell Martin's teams. Look at Swansea last season when they just go on these long runs of form. We're unbeaten
yeah,
in August. We're unbeaten in October. We had a really dodgy September. What happens if we go what happens if we go in November unbeaten?
yeah,
What happens if we go December unbeaten? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's all these things that can happen.
yeah. I mean,
And I think anyone that's on Russell, I think if you can't see how it's working, you're
yeah,
still again going, why are they passing back? Even though you've just seen this piled onto the ball and that Alcaraz goal. Anyone says stop passing back, watch that Alcaraz goal.
yeah, yeah.
Just watch the time, the patience. That's what we're doing. And it
But
might take a few more passes than that, but that is what we're doing.
yeah, and I think that's kind of my point because I was watching the game from not my home, from a TV screen somewhere else. But I kind of got the feeling when we were 2-0 up. I mean, what's named FC here is putting out the boys, only Saints fans. So it was at the game Saturday. We were so bad. There was no atmosphere. 2-0 up. Let's get behind them. Chapel's looking better. It did sound quite flat. And I kind of think like there was, if we conceded first and then went 2 goals, to be a goal ahead, it might have been a different scenario. But there's this kind of like, yeah, we should be beating Millwall. Yeah, we should be beating Birmingham. Yeah, we should be. It's like, I don't know. It worries me that, we're not happy.
First of all, half a metre towel being sat in the Kingsland instead of where we usually sit. And I do feel like where I wasn't the same, but I was sat near the Northern. The North were pretty loud most of the game.
Yeah.
I could hear the Itching North sing. They sound pretty good. I could even at points, even though they were sat in the complete opposite corner, I could hear back of the chapel banging away. So it's getting there.
No,
The way you do it is you go to a game and you scream a bit. If you think the atmosphere is not good, shout.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you think the atmosphere is not good and you're not singing, then you're part of the problem.
I think me and you would both agree that we, in general, do tend to think the atmosphere is pretty good at St Mary's, but that's because we sit right next to probably one of the loudest parts and next to the away fans. There's a lot of action where we are.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad,
exactly.
it's loud where we are. Yeah,
I'm good. We're always going to be a bit biased, but there are bits in games where there are lulls and there are a bit and there are duds, but I think there's a lack of fan togetherness. I don't think it's so much the club. I think there's this big divide within people. We don't help things being bloody vloggers, but it's
coming in. No, I think Saints fans are pretty realistic. We know what's good and what isn't. We've had lots of experience watching mediocrity. Excellent point. And I think when we've seen stuff that's been absolutely woeful, that's when we've been wound up and we've not booed, but we've been like, that's terrible. What are we doing? It's looked a mess kind of thing. But I just think this whole kind of aura of expectation from the fan base that we're just going to HMS walk the league, so to speak. It's just a dangerous kind of mindset to have. But yeah, no, I think the graphic that you put up on the Instagram story sort of highlighted that perfectly, just to show like, look, this is actually a decent amount of points for this stage of the season, and the real anomaly is what's going on above us. But we could see a situation. I think someone put up here, Saint 194 put up all 3 promoted sides. Is that going to go up? So my computer's very glitchy tonight. All 3 promoted teams to get relegated, all 3 relegated teams to get promoted. I mean, that'd be a mad situation to have. But it's possible. I see Leeds pull it together. I think Leeds probably still got a bit more work to do. I think there's a bit more of a divide on that fan base as to what they're seeing out on the pitch. But I I think we're starting to cook, as you would say, Jack.
Absolutely. The chefs are in the kitchen, and they're putting that fine Scottish cuisine out there.
It's starting to look a lot better.
We're about to see some gourmet haggis out on that pitch, and it's going to be
exactly. We're starting to see some good goals as well. The build-up play. See with the transfer window fast approaching, still
and
8 weeks
also
away.
let's also say we've not even seen we've got this championship striker who's his goal scoring record is amazing, who's yet to start. I think if you had that number 9 in this squad, like Charlie's great in that position, but if we really had that championship number 9 bagging goals, imagine how much of a difference it will make. So that hopefully Ross comes in, hits the ground running. I think because Shea has honestly been so disappointing, we're missing something. We're still missing something. Like I say, we're not finished. We ain't got all the ingredients yet. The cooks are in the kitchen. Paprika's on its way.
Yeah, get out the limited edition Pringles. Squads are bound to tell in the second half of the season, and so Ipswich might falter. And there's still a lot of games to be played after January, so we really could see some changes here. But I just think a lot of people are just thinking like, oh, that's Leicester and Ipswich promoted. We'll just have to worry about the playoff spots. But there we go. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to do there. And with Ross coming in, who'd you leave out for Ross? Shea Adams. Easy.
You probably maybe drop Charlie slightly more central, and then maybe take off Smallbone.
Yeah.
And have that midfield three be sort of Alcaraz, Armstrong, and Downs.
Ipswich already, because I saw Plymouth were ahead in that, weren't they?
They were ahead for a little while in that game.
Yeah, because I remember getting excited about that. I was thinking like, oh, they're dropping points. Is that under 3-2? Doing my research during the show. That's what I like to do.
We're an hour 2 in, and he's doing some research, guys.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, ended 3-2. But it looks like Plymouth got one back in the 91st minute. Anyway, there we go. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for everyone who's joined us here live on the show. You can keep the discussion going in the comments section. Let us know your thoughts ahead of the game. Don't forget to share us your predicted 11s using the FanHub app. The code to download that app for absolutely free is in our top corner, just above Jack's glorious scalp. And you can download that. Thank you, Jack. Is available to jump the queue. Golden ticket code there on behalf of FanHub. So thank you so much, FanHub, for providing that lovely stuff. But all that's leave us here to say is if you're going ahead on Saturday, enjoy the game. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute belter of a day out in London. Me and Jack will be back for a preview next week of the game against West Brom, and we're going to be mixing things up for the vlog on Saturday. So it's going to get fun. We're gonna try some new things, some new toys.
By that, we're actually doing a vlog.
We're actually doing a vlog. Yeah, exactly. It's actually happening. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Fantastic stuff. Well, as always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So I'm frantically pushing buttons, and we will see you in the next one. All right. Thanks, everyone. Cheers. Bye.